before bed is something that has helped my skin. I know it's going to sound crazy and probably a little weird, but hear me out. When I used to wear makeup back in the day, or just me being a teenager and stuff, like I would never clean my phone, ever. And I would get a bunch of like, well, you guys can see the acne scars a little bit. Yeah, those are all acne scars from when I was a teenager. I used to talk on the phone for hours, whether if it's with my boyfriend, whether it's with friends or whatever. I used to just talk for hours on the phone, and I would never ever like disinfect the screen or the phone in general. So all of that bacteria was going onto my skin. Nowadays, I've learned that cleaning your phone is so crucial, especially if you have acne prone skin like myself. It sucks. I never thought that I would still have acne prone skin till this day. I still get breakouts. I'm actually wearing a couple pimple stickers today, but it is what it is. I'm living with it. It's just something that it's gonna happen. But when it came to acne over here, I don't really get that much acne on like my higher cheekbones anymore, because I feel like with me cleaning my phone and sanitizing it every night, I feel like there's less bacteria going on my face. Maybe it's just a placebo effect, but I do feel like it has changed my skin when it came to my cheeks. Try your best to clean your phone before bedtime. It's super simple. You can either do like an alcohol spray, or for me, what I do, I know this might be a little tedious, but I like to thoroughly clean my phone. I take the phone case off, put some soap on it, and I will just like, wash it with my hands under water, and then put it up to dry for the night. Leave my phone in the kitchen as well. I don't bring my phone in the bedroom anymore, just so I can get a better night's sleep and I'm not like constantly scrolling. So that's what I do every night. I leave my phone in the kitchen and have like the little case drying. In the morning time, I can put it all back together and do the same thing over and over again. And it works really, really well, I think. I used to be that person to spend an entire weekend deep cleaning my apartment. This is such a waste of time, to be honest with you guys. As much as I love cleaning, I don't want to spend or waste my weekends cleaning. So what has really helped me with my cleaning schedule is doing 15-minute cleanups a day. So I would do this at nighttime. If whatever I'm making for dinner, say it's the pasta is boiling or stuff is cooking in the oven, that stuff is going to take time, especially with an electric stove. Electric stoves take forever to cook instead of, gas stoves. So I put a timer on my phone when it comes to the pasta or whatever's in the oven, and I will use that. Usually it's about 15 to 20 minutes. I will use that time while that stuff is cooking. I'll use that time to clean up and pick up the house, vacuum, maybe do a load of laundry, clean the windows, whatever it is. I will just take that time and pick up things here and there. And I've been doing that every night. So I've been cooking home cooked meals, so they do take a lot longer. I just use that time to my advantage. Instead of me scrolling on my phone for no reason or watching something, I can get more things done than just me sitting around. So yeah, I think that's truly helped when it comes to not spending hours and hours deep cleaning this house on the weekends. I think this is the one thing that has changed my overall health and the way that I'm feeling lately. I know you guys have noticed my energy has changed and I'm feeling a lot more positive and happy. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still have my bad days, but I just feel healthier. And I think the number one reason for that is that I move my body a lot more. I go to the gym Monday through Friday with my partner. We go together. He helps me out. I need that one person there to help me out. I mean, right now I cannot personally afford a trainer. Trainers are a lot of money. So he's technically my trainer and he helps me out so much at the gym. He knows a thing or two when it comes to working out. I just follow what he says, especially when it comes to not overdoing it. I used to overdo it a lot at the gym back in the day. It wasn't the healthiest thing and I ended up messing my shoulder blade up. But I learned my lesson and I follow what my gut feeling is saying and also what he's saying. So I'll do like 30 minutes of light cardio, not heavy cardio anymore, light cardio, and then we'll do like 15 minutes of weightlifting. So that's truly has helped my energy, me feeling more positive. I haven't seen a huge difference with my weight, but I know that takes time. Again, I have gained a little over 60 pounds in the past 3 years, and I know there have been some negative comments. I think that's like the hardest thing when it comes to gaining weight, is that people just don't mind their damn business. As if sometimes, like, I don't want to be on the camera. Like, I want to just film other stuff and not be on the camera, but this is my job and I have to do the job. I mean, we all have to show up to work, was what I'm trying to say. So I've just been trying my best to ignore the negative, hateful comments when it comes to my weight gain. I am trying to do this not for the negative people, not for anybody else, but for myself. I'm doing it for my future self too. I've never been a water drinker. Let me rephrase that. I've always loved water, but I've never drinking 8 glasses of water a day until recently. A couple months now. I found a way that works for me, and that's with drinking, like, it's like a giant mason jar like this big. I fill it up with water, some ice cubes, maybe some frozen lemons, frozen cucumbers, whatever I have on hand, and I'll put like a straw in it, and I will drink that throughout the day. It works so well. That entire glass jar is 8 glasses. So I tricked my mind thinking all I really need to do is drink this giant glass of water and that will be my intake for the day. Instead of me constantly filling up a fancy water bottle. When you're a waitress for 8 years, you learn how to do things ahead. I used to even help like the chefs out back in the day with food that was gonna be for 2 days from now. So they would like marinate everything, and I was just learning how to do things ahead with that job. So I incorporated what I learned there and I incorporated it with this job. So when I'm recording these sit down videos, best believe they are all pre-recorded, and this is what helps me get faster content out for you guys. So back in the day when I started my channel, I used to record today and then try to post it tomorrow. And that wouldn't fly with YouTube's monetization situation. I hope I'm making sense. Just hear me out. When it comes to these videos being monetized, they have to go through a certain amount of checks. Usually it takes about 2 to 3 hours, but YouTube tells you to wait a good 24 hours before posting a video. That way your video does not get a copyright strike and they don't take it down. I have had so many copyright strikes when it comes to using the wrong music, the wrong pictures. When it comes to showing certain clips on Netflix in my vlogs, I've gone copyrighted. Like, I've gone copyrighted for literally everything. So now I'm just more cautious of what I do and what I post with this job, and I try my best to give my videos time when it comes to the monetization process. So planning ahead with work not only helps with the monetization situation, but it helps me, and it helps me feel more grounded. I'm like, all right, I have 2 months worth of videos all set, ready to go. And now what else can I work on when it comes to my personal life now that I have the time? I do want to say that the number one thing that has changed my life is creating a simple yet effective hair care routine that works for me. I was going by a lot on what hairstylists say, what hair gurus say, and I just been through so many products, so many heating tools, and now I finally narrowed it down on what works for me, and I'm not experimenting anymore. Products that I have work great, so I'm not going to fix something that's not broken. Again, a simple yet effective routine has changed my hair. You guys don't see it right now because it is, again, in an oil mask. But when my hair is dried, it's less frizzy, it's more shiny, it's bouncy. I finally have the hair that I've always wanted. The last thing that has changed my life in the past year is to stop being afraid and take chances. I am the biggest scaredy cat alive. Always the negative one, always the one that's very skeptic, and I've just never been that person to do things out of the ordinary. My partner, on the other hand, is way different than me. For a little example, we did book a small getaway. Well, he booked a small getaway and I filmed it all. We went to Hampton Beach. I normally, like, the old Kira would have been like, no, we cannot go. That's gonna cost money. We don't have, no, we can't do that. But the other side of me was like, you know what, Kira? Take a freaking chance. Have fun. I mean, don't get me wrong, I did vlog, but I didn't treat it as like this big thing. Like, when it came to work, I just took it very relaxed and I enjoyed every minute of it. I enjoyed the restaurants we went to. I just enjoyed all of it, and I told him I'm okay now with taking 1 to 2 day getaways, especially with knowing that Milo was perfectly fine by himself. We have an automatic feeder. He was okay. We also had like a camera on him. We checked on him constantly. We were able to talk to him through the camera. So that kind of like eased my mind the most is, my son was okay. But yeah, so little small getaways I'm not afraid of anymore. Paying no mind to negative comments. The minute I see a negative comment, which I'm very grateful that YouTube puts them in the held for review folder. So for those of you that leave negative comments, they never end up making it to the comment section. So I wouldn't waste your time because I just delete and block them. No one sees them. Also, there's that thing called karma. So whatever energy you put out into the world, whether it's a negative comment towards someone else, the universe is going to throw back that negative energy to you. They don't get to me as much as they used to back in the day. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not perfect. The weight ones, they do get to me every now and then, but not like how I used to. I used to cry a lot. You guys don't know this about me, but my weight has bothered me. And when I see negative comments about you need to eat less, you need to, you talk about spending money, but you're spending money on your food all the time. Those comments are just, to me, they're rude. Everybody's emotions are different and they're just rude and hateful and nasty. So those comments did get to me. Now I pay no mind. The minute I read like a couple words and I know this is going to be a negative comment, I block that person and delete their comment. So I'm not afraid of negative comments anymore. Another thing that I'm not afraid to do anymore is to make doctor appointments. I used to be terrified to go to the doctors due to my weight gain. Doctors, they don't have the best bedside manners, I would say. I like my doctor, but at the same time, she does throw out little comments here and there, about my weight and telling me like, oh, well, run more and stop eating ice cream. So, some doctors, I think I feel like when it comes to like medical professions, like they need to have a class, not just for the medical terms and stuff, but they need to have a class in medical school for compassion. A lot of people aren't taught compassion, and unfortunately, they need to have classes for that. I mean, I don't see that ever happening, but compassion is key when it comes to dealing with the public. Unfortunately, it was like a year and a half I didn't see her. I would constantly cancel my appointment because I haven't lost the weight that she told me to lose. So yeah, I don't do that anymore. When she tells me like, oh, you've gained 10 extra pounds, what's going on? What are you eating? Simply just tell her I'm a little stressed out, but I am exercising, just a little bit stressed. So I try to have a deeper conversation with her now instead of running away from her. But anyways, you guys, those are these 7 healthy habits that are changing my life. Let me know down below what healthy habits are changing your life at the moment.